it is my pleasure to introduce you to Antonio Montaine.
So the first poem I'm going to read three. I'm going to ask for a little bit of crowd response. The call is going to be near the end of the poem. I'm going to say, how has it already been? And I'm going to state a fact. And if you think it's warrant, the response is the word shame. Who will mourn the mothers? Bright-eyed streetlights bend over from the unbearable task of raising children. Who will mourn the mothers if streetlights raise their babies? Who will warn the kids that poppy seeds swing and alley cat alumni dance in cobblestone ginnels? The night muzzles dreams with symptoms of addiction underneath aluminium moons where distracted fathers beat on proud swollen chests the rhythms of angry drums. Punching bags wrapped in wedding dresses like the forgotten female pharaohs whose wombs were stabbed by stalactites of starlight get spoken to with flammable, angry words of alcoholic content. We live in a world where connection to family and friends is dependent on the strength of your Wi-Fi. Consume more content, because in my family, true crime is not a fucking podcast fashioned to interrupt your daily commute like stops in the city loop. The thin blue lines, bullets whistle through time and ricochet off library walls. The pig squeals when it makes love. The shield means nothing. It is just polished tin. It reflects violence instead of absorbing it. Underneath all of the polish, it is thin and brittle with rust, screaming racial epithets into every broken, lonely, soaked recess of this livable city that's drenched in blue light. The cold ivory seduces with red and blue lights that fill rooms with stolen royalty, hot gold and a never-ending crown, nickel expanding, paper echo boats with rotted sails raged on open oceans. I want my poems to know the truth of freedom. I want your generation to respect mine, and I want to understand yours. No, these sentiments keep getting repeated, driving us all mad. We've been mad. How has it already been 236 years since the Crown's invasion of this so-called country?
Shame!
How has there already been more than 500 Indigenous deaths in custody since the Royal Commission?
Shame!
How do we still see Nazis saluting on the steps of Parliament? Doing nothing and saying nothing, it is not an option. If the ink stains deeper than the sharpened edge can cut, then better believe that these right here are fighting words, and this poem is my petition. Thank you very much. I wrote this poem for tonight. I honestly believe it takes a village, and I got a note from Shai who made this poem just that little bit better, in my opinion. So thank you. The weight of a bullet. The weight of a bullet is not 7 pounds and 3 ounces. It can be silent. It does not scream like healthy newborns. It is not equal in value to bricks and mortar. The weight of a bullet will not purify the water. It is a small and fragile thing, singing swan songs in tempered tones made of brass jazz. Can you hear it? The imprint of pistol grips in your palm will change the reading of the future, moving patterns in horror-filled phrases of arabesque. It is a small and fragile thing made up of 4 components. It invokes the 4 elements, the physical manifestation of man's perversion of nature. The weight of a bullet will bury any chances of knowing the same safety as poems written only for ourselves. I forget how to dream. Sleep just brings reminders, memories of death. We have to stay awake. We have to see. There has to be a witness to take a stand. We have to take a stand. The weight of a bullet is not 7 pounds and 3 ounces. That is the weight of a newborn child buried under the rubble of bricks and mortar. The blood on your hands can't be washed away with water purified by war. It is a small and fragile thing, but unless we take a stand, the weight of 1 bullet will always be 2 bodies. This is my last poem, thank you guys. The children know. The children know not to wish on the lights that shoot across their skies. They know they are not stars. The children know they are missiles sent to kill them, examples set by their parents to never yield, symbolically using slingshots against tanks because the children need to know the lives they are living can't be fair. The children know they are innocent, and they know their innocence has been stolen. They have seen 75 years of genocide. They have seen their families martyred. They saw the death of Rachel Corrie. They were there for the Great March of Return. But the media in this country plays games with the truth because crimes against humanity is a game we play in our safe fucking houses when we are drinking and feeling a little bit witty and feeling a little bit political. The bombs have been falling my whole life. The tears that have been wept watered the soil during the Arab Spring, freezing through the Arab winter. History is cruel and ironic, casting Zionists in the role of Nazis. We've seen the human condition lost under condition, stolen land paid for only in collateral currency. Gaza has been called an open-air prison. It is an open casket parading the victories of Zionism that took the children of David and put them back into the ghetto, then put stars on the shoulders of soldiers. The children know that Kevlar vests that read the word press is the same as having a target on your chest. The children know beachfront frontier vistas of freedom from the river to the sea. Keep your keys in your pockets to remind you home always isn't where your heart is. Home is where it was, is, and always will be. Haunting eyes stare through fishnets and olive leaves. The children know. The children know why their names are written on their bodies, because the children know that being chosen does not give you the power or the right to choose who lives and who dies, but the children still wish for peace because the children know the world can be better, and so do we. Thank you, guys.